Let us go to ANOVA. Do you see there is test for equal variance? You see?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
In order to say it is equal, you must do this test for equal variance. Again, response data are in separate column. And where is the response data? I select all the three, select here. Go to option. Confidence level 95%. What is this saying? Can somebody read it?
Use based on normal distribution.
It is saying that whether it is asking whether your data is normal or not. Because all the decision we are taking based on the normal distribution. So you must check the normality also. I am going to say, yes, data is normal. You can also test that also. I'll show that also. So I've given tick mark here. I give OK. Again, I give OK. Now the Bartlett and Levin test is performed. Look here, Bartlett test. What is the p-value?
0.723.
What does it mean?
7%.
72.3.
72% is the
confidence level.
Chance of type 1 error. The estimated type 1 error is how much? 72%. Under this condition, can you reject the null?
No.
No, we won't get 95%.
You should not reject the null. So what is the null? Variances are equal. Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
Equal, because null is always statement of equality. Do you remember I have told Minitab that variances are equal?
Yes.
Yes, we checked
that is because of this Bartlett test. Clear now? Clear?
Clear. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. Variances of A is equal to variance of B is equal to variance of C. That is null hypothesis. Variance of A not equal to variance of B not equal to variance of C is alternate. When I want to go with the alternate, I must reject the null. I will reject the null only when p-value is less than 5%. 5% means 0.05 here. Any value 0.05 or less, you see with the p-value, what is only that moment you must reject the null. In all other situations, you should not reject the null. So now what we did is variance test. Bartlett test also understood by you. Now, while conducting the Bartlett test, Minitab asked me about normality. What was our assumption? Data is normal. Am I right?
Yes, normal. Yes, we said
so let
normal.
me check whether the data is normal or not. When you want to check whether data is normal or not, you require a histogram. You require a histogram. Histogram is one of the 7 basic quality control tools. I'm going to plot it now. Go to stat, go to basic stat, basic stat, graphical summary. Go to stat, basic stat, graphical summary. For A, I want graphical summary. B also I want, C also I want. So I select all the 3. Confidence level 95%. That is our general assumption. Give OK. Now 3 histograms are generated. Now for vendor C. Do you see the histogram here? Do you see? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now use your eyes to understand the normality. Looking at the histogram, does it look like a bell-shaped curve? Yes.
Yes.
Like well, yes.
So data is normal. This is one way of testing normality. How did you test it? You used your eye as the instrument. But suppose you have a problem with your eye, do statistical test also. Instead of looking at the graph, you can look at the p-value. Do you see the p-value here?
Yes.
This hypothesis testing that can test the normality of your data is called Anderson-Darling normality test. I told you, some of you could have noticed, most of data, most of the process follow normal distribution only. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
That means generally people believe that data is normal. So the null statement now is data is normal. What is the null statement? Data is normal. Now look at your p-value. P-value is 0.4. When p-value is 0.43, what is the type 1 error in this thing? 43%. Type 1 error is how much? 43%. Under such condition, can you reject your null?
No.
Yes.
Can you reject your null with a
No,
value of 0.433?
No, sir.
Do not
Since
reject.
you cannot reject your null, accept your null. Now tell me what is your null? Data is normal. Correct?
Correct.
So data is normally distributed. What you gave while performing the variance test is also correct. Now for vendor B, p-value is 0.448. Is that data is normal?
Normal.
Very good. Now you are taking decision faster. P-value is 0.941. Is that data is normal?
No.
Yes.
That's all. This is how p-value helps you to take decisions effortlessly. Always to trust the data, p-value should be less than 5%. Very simple. But the foundation is very important. How to somebody not knowing the nature of framing the null hypothesis, framing the hypothesis, they can go wrong even after using statistics. Clear? So the domain knowledge plus statistical knowledge plus how you use statistics, that is called common sense. Domain knowledge plus statistical knowledge plus common sense makes you highly successful. Use all the three wisely. And such person, such individual is called a green belt. This is what expected from the Six Sigma methodology or philosophy. This is what Bill Smith and Michael Harry expected from the individuals. That's it from me. I think now you have grasped the hypothesis testing also. We are now ready to move for the lunch. Okay?
Okay. Bye.
Fine. So we will proceed with the remaining topics like correlation, regression, how to generate solution. Now significance is understood. Root cause. See, a factor is considered to be significantly impacting Y means, what is that factor? That's the root cause. Am I right? A factor, what you suspected, is significantly impacting your Y. How do you say that? P-value is less than 5%. If it is significantly impacting Y, that is called root cause. But if you're still very reluctant to accept my statement, you can further investigate. Further investigation will be on your alternate hypothesis. So far, our investigation was on null, but further investigation can be on your alternate. That is called design of experiments. That is called design of experiment. Generally, DOE experimentation are done only in a black belt level project, right? So as a green belt, you don't have to worry about it. Whenever you reject the null, you can take it granted that you can, go with the alternate. But still, there could be a chance that you can be wrong. And if you want to rule out that chance, then you must use the next level of investigation, which is called DOE. But definitely, you are better than others who are taking decisions simply based on YY analysis and cause-and-effect analysis. Am I correct? Sir, no. There are many people who simply take decision and solve the problem right at the step number 7. Step number 7 is cause and effect. And they create a fishbone diagram and think that the problem is solved. Their decisions are based on the opinions. But your decision is now based on statistical significance. As a black belt, your decision will be based on designed experiments. That's the difference in the maturity level, right? Okay, thank you. Let us go for the lunch, right? Our lunch is also important.